अरे बाप रे, अभी कैलकुलेटर लगेगा मेरे को, बहुत डिफिकल्ट है. सो इट बिकम्स 2 माइक्रोग्राम्स पर ml. आइडियली मैं पहले बताता हूँ आइडियली आपको क्या करना है, और उसके बाद मैं आपको ट्रिक बताता हूँ कि आपको ट्रिक क्या करना है. हाँ, अभी वो डायलॉग बोलना पड़ेगा, क्रोनोलॉजी को समझिए. तो अभी क्या होगा, 2 ml diluted to 25 ml using NaOH. तो इसका concentration obviously AN microgram per ml होगा. You are diluting it 10 times, तो concentration will decrease 10 times. Okay, I will start with the theory of today's practical. See, generally, when a compound formulation is given to you, we generally tend to use Beer-Lambert's law when the standard values are available. But if the standard values are not available for any compound, say for paracetamol, we don't know what is A 1 centimeter 1% is, or what absorptivity is. So we cannot apply Beer-Lambert's law directly. So if we don't have those standard values, but I have pure compound of paracetamol, pure API of paracetamol, and I have paracetamol tablets, I will repeat my question. I do not have A 1 centimeter 1% value or absorptivity values of paracetamol, so that I can substitute that value in Beer-Lambert's law and calculate the concentration of paracetamol present in the tablet. But instead of that, I have pure substance, pure paracetamol. So in that case, which analytical method I can apply? Nilesh is telling it rightly, calibration curve. Okay, difference spectroscopy, it is used for multi-component assay generally, or where the excipients are problematic. Okay, anyway, difference spectroscopy is not wrong answer, but more correct answer is calibration curve. Okay, so in calibration curve, we have performed I think 2 or 3 experiments before using calibration curve using colorimetry. What we do generally, we prepare different dilutions of the pure substance. Those dilutions will give you certain values of absorbances. Okay, so once we have absorbance value for those concentration, we can plot a graph. The graph will be on x-axis, it will be concentration. We may have different concentration like 2, 4, 6, 8 and 10. For every concentration value, we will get one absorbance value. Suppose this is absorbance value for 2, then this is absorbance value for 4, this is absorbance value for 6, then this is for 8, and this one is for 10. Now, if you will observe these outcomes closely, they do not fall on a straight line. Okay, they are on the either side of the straight line. Okay, so I can say that approximately linear relation exists between concentration and absorbance by looking at visually. जब हमने linearity देखा था in validation methods, first thing about linearity is to observe it. Observe the graph. If visually you think that linearity may exist between two parameters, you can check it statistically and mathematically. But first you have to see visually. So here visually, yes, there is linear between concentration and absorbance, these two variables. There is really a relationship between concentration and absorbance. The another point I want you to note that the points are not falling on the straight line. They are on the either side of the best fit line. What may be the reason why they are not on the line? It is the same paracetamol we are using for all the solutions, but still we are not getting proper experimental conditions. Ruksar, you are thinking on the right manner. Yes, Sushmita is saying manual error. Excellent. Tushar is saying error in the procedure. Very good. So let us all agree with there may be errors. They may be related to human error, they may be related to instrumental errors. Like what I mean to say is they may be determinant or indeterminate errors which cannot be determined. So because of errors only, we are not getting all the points on the line. So what we are going to do is we are going to apply a statistical method. By applying a statistical method, we are going to correct our absorbances so that they are free of error. Okay, so this current reading, we have errors in them. So we are going to find the equation of best fit line. We are going to find equation of best fit line using available values of different concentrations like C1, C2, C3, C4 and C5. We have suppose 5 values of concentration and 5 values of absorbances. A2. So can we treat them as x coordinate and y coordinate of a point? This is x coordinate and absorbance is y coordinate of a point on a graph. Can we treat them like x coordinates and y coordinates? Okay, Mama, Sushmita, Sajjad, Siddhi, they got it. We know that there is really a relationship between concentration and absorbance. So we should get a line which is equal to y is equal to ax plus b. Now you are very much familiar with this equation. Can you in the chat box tell me what is A and what is B? Okay, A is slope. Very good. A is slope. Yes, y-intercept. B is y-intercept. That means like this is your y-intercept. So ये यहाँ पे जहाँ पे ये जो लाइन कट कर रहा है y एक्सिस को, okay, this point is your B point. So if I know different values of x and different values of y, I can calculate by method of linear regression. By method of linear regression, I can find out best fit line. Okay, when I want to find out the equation of best fit line, y is constant, y coordinate, x is constant, x coordinate. So what I need to find out? I need to find out slope of that line and y-intercept of the line. So for that, we have formula to calculate A and B. Once I calculate what is A and B, I can correct my absorbance. In other words, what I'm trying to say is, see, this particular point is above the line. Using the equation, I can find where this point should be on the line. It should be over here. Have you understood this concept? So we are correcting the absorbance. So वो जो error है उसको हम eliminate करने की कोशिश कर रहे हैं using linear regression equation. We are correcting the absorbance. For time being, consider that this graph we will draw only after calculation. We will first do the corrections in the absorbances and then we will plot the corrected graph. We will plot the corrected graph where all the points are on the line. Now this is our calibration curve, calibration line. Now there will be one unknown test given to you, a test given to you or tablet given to you or a solution given to you जिसका concentration paracetamol को आपको पता नहीं है. Okay, so what you will do, you will take its absorbance, so that absorbance will have some value on your y-axis. अभी आपका काम क्या है? How to find concentration of that absorbance? Anybody in the chat box, please tell me. You have calibration line with you. You have absorbance of the unknown. Okay, most of the students are saying it's correct. You have do interpolation. Okay, so if I do the interpolation, ये perpendicular जहां पे आएगा x axis पे, that will be your concentration of test. देखो लेकिन जनरली क्या होता है ना, कॉन्सेंट्रेशन ऑफ टेस्ट हम जब निकालते हैं वो डाइल्यूटेड सॉल्यूशन का निकालते हैं, क्योंकि कॉन्सेंट्रेटेड सॉल्यूशन का एब्जॉर्बेंस तो नहीं ले पाएगा यूवी स्पेक्ट्रोफोटोमीटर, सो वी नीड टू डाइल्यूट इट. So if this is concentration, what we have found out, if it is concentration of diluted solution, how we can find concentration of the original solution from this diluted solution? Excellent. People are very smart now, multiplying by dilution factor. So after finding out this concentration, you will multiply that with dilution factor. Excellent. So this is the experiment we are going to do today. Now, this is by graphical method. Please remember that you have equation of that line. Even in this equation, y is representing absorbance. So if you substitute absorbance of test solution here, you will get concentration of test. Because you know value of A, you know value of B. So there are two methods to find out concentration of unknown, one by graphical method and other using linear regression line ka equation. So today we are going to calculate by both method. In second method, that is by equation, also you need to multiply that concentration. You need to multiply that concentration by dilution factor to get the original concentration. Okay. So this will be your entire experiment. So there will be a set of readings given to you. From that, you need to find what is A and B. After you find what is A and B, using the equation of that line, you are going to find corrected absorbances. After you find corrected absorbances, you will proceed for interpolation by drawing first the calibration line. After interpolation, you will get concentration of test solution, multiply by that dilution factor to get original concentration. Now use the equation of that line and find out concentration of unknown by equation. So to begin with, we are going to weigh 100 mg of the paracetamol and we are going to dissolve it in 0.1 normal NaOH to get 100 ml of the solution of paracetamol in NaOH. What may be the role of NaOH? One thing is extraction, solvent. Okay, this was the word I was expecting, that NaOH here is acting as a solvent for paracetamol. Okay, extraction is not wrong word. Extraction is right, but extraction is more relevant when it is a formulation. Okay, extraction is more appropriate word when it is formulation, and from excipients you are extracting paracetamol. In this case, you have pure paracetamol. So there is no extraction, it is only solubilization. So NaOH here is acting as solvent. Now, tell me 100 milligram dissolved in 100 ml, what will be the concentration of this particular solution in milligrams per ml and in micrograms per ml? Both you will write down in the chat box. Okay, 1 milligram per ml is right. How much in micrograms? It is 1000 microgram per ml solution. Now this is the standard solution provided to you, and from this 100 ml you are going to prepare out 10 ml. This 10 ml solution you are going to make a volume with again NaOH 200 ml. Now please focus that original solution was 1000 microgram per ml solution. Original solution was 1000 microgram per ml solution. From this solution you are preparing out 10 ml, diluting it to 100 ml. Can you tell me concentration of this solution? You are diluting it 10 times, the concentration will decrease 10 times. So 1000 का 10 times decrease क्या होगा? it will be 100 microgram per ml. This particular solution that you have prepared on your table will be used by you to prepare further dilutions. Okay, you are going to prepare further dilutions using this particular solution. Now, pay attention what you are going to do. You are going to pipette out 0.5 ml and using again 0.1 normal NaOH, you are going to make up volume to 25 ml. Now, for this, let me write down, let us consider this as A, this is B, and this is C. 100 ml is X, again 100 ml is Y, and 25 ml is Z. Can you tell me in the chat box what is concentration of that 25 ml solution? Please calculate and tell me. The concentration we will find out using the formula ABC upon XYZ. So A is 100, B is 10, C is 0.5. It is divided by 100 multiplied by 100 multiplied by 25. Now, please remember that if I use this 100 is in milligrams, but I want answer in micrograms. So I will multiply numerator by 1000 to convert that milligrams into micrograms. Now, let us calculate. 50 divided by 25. अरे बाप रे, अभी कैलकुलेटर लगेगा मेरे को, बहुत डिफिकल्ट है. So it becomes 2 micrograms per ml. Now remember that this is 2 microgram per ml. This is your first dilution that you have prepared. From that same 100, I am now pipetting out 1 ml, diluting with NaOH to 25 ml. Quickly tell me what will be concentration of this solution. Excellent. मोहम्मद आज बहुत फॉर्म में है, बहुत तगड़ा नाश्ता किया उसने आज. So it will be 4 micrograms per ml. अच्छा, जिनको नहीं समझा, ये देखो, ये क्वांटिटी हमने डबल किया. पहले 0.5 लिया था, अभी 1 ml लिया. मतलब क्वांटिटी डबल कर रहे हैं तो कॉन्सेंट्रेशन भी डबल होगा. Now, similarly, using same logic, if I take 1.5 ml and dilute to 25 ml with NaOH, what will be concentration of this solution? 6 microgram per ml. Excellent. Excellent. Concentration of this solution will be 6 microgram per ml. हाँ, अभी वो डायलॉग बोलना पड़ेगा, क्रोनोलॉजी को समझिए. तो अभी क्या होगा? 2 ml diluted to 25 ml using NaOH. तो इसका concentration obviously AN microgram per ml होगा. Now the last solution that we will prepare, it will be 2.5 ml diluted to 25 ml using 0.1 normal. I'm very sorry. 0.1 normal NaOH. So it will be 10 microgram per ml. Now, any doubt in the procedure so far? This is the procedure you need to follow. If you have no doubt, please copy down this dilution scheme to prepare your standard solution ka series. Okay. So please quickly copy down this entire thing. And those people who know that they are slow, first take screenshot and then start writing. Hurry up. I will give you 2-3 minutes. When you are done, in the chat box, type down that you are done. Okay. After you have taken down the dilution scheme, please write down observation table. First understand and then write. First column is serial number. There will be 1 to 7 serial number. Let us see which all solutions you need to prepare. Okay, you must be remembering these 5 solutions. Okay, you have taken 0.5 ml, 1 ml, 1.5 ml, 2 ml, 2.5 ml. Now, you need to prepare a blank also. In blank, there will be no paracetamol or paracetamol will get added. Only NaOH is present. And sample 1.5 ml you are going to take. Please remember this quantity. The quantity of 1.5 we are going to refer it in the calculations. So you are taking sample 1.5 ml. Okay, the concentration you have already calculated. When we are not taking paracetamol, the concentration is obviously 0 microgram per ml. Then concentrations will be 2, and in sample you put a dash. हमको यही तो find out करना है. That is the purpose of the experiment. ml of NaOH added is your third column. यहाँ पे सबके लिए common है. We want to make a volume to 25 ml even for the sample. And last column is your absorbance. This value I will give you after you take down this observation table. You can, okay. These are your readings that are to be written down in your observation table. First is say 0.5 ml के लिए, then for 1 ml, for 1.5 ml, 2 ml, 2.5 ml, and last reading is of your sample. So everyone take down the reading written against your roll number. Hurry up. Now, students, please remember what we are doing till now is we have different values of concentration and different values of absorbances. Okay, you have different values of concentration and different values of absorbances. This is nothing but your different values of x1, x2, x3, x4 and so on, with corresponding values of y1, y2, y3 and so on. Okay, do you agree with this logic? X1, y1, x2, y2. Have you understood this? Okay, very good. Very good. It is good that you have understood. Okay. Let me clear that part of the slide. Okay. So the formulae that you are going to use in this particular experiment is, these are main formula. This is first formula, y is equal to x plus b. This is formula to calculate slope. This third formula is to calculate your y-intercept. Fourth formula is to calculate whether the relationship exists between x and y. Do you remember what r is? We have seen this r before. We need to calculate r today. If the value of r is near to -1 or +1, consider that linear relationship exists between two parameters x and y. If the line is like this, you will get -1 as the value of r, and if the slope of the line is like this, you will get +1 as value of r. You will not get exactly +1 and -1. You will get very near to +1 and +1 value. Okay, near to +1 or -1. You will not get exactly 1. If you are getting exactly 1, it is very rare occasion. Okay. Anyway, what I'm trying to say, have you understood what is r? Tell me what is r. That r is called as coefficient of regression. Let's move further. This is your calculation table. First, understand the calculation table. When then you will be able to do all the calculations. See, we will first write down x1, okay, these x values are all my concentrations, and y values are all my absorbances corresponding to those concentrations. So y1, now remember the last row here is of summation. Last row is of summation. You will add all x1, x2, x3, x4 and x5 to get summation of xi. Okay. After you get summation of xi, you need to calculate x bar also. You need to calculate x bar also. X bar is average value of x. So it will be summation of xi divided by n. Can anybody tell me what will be value of n here? Excellent. Value of n will be 5. Somewhere in your rough journal, please write down, you will not consider reading for blank and reading for your sample in this calculation. Okay, moving forward, here you will multiply x1, y1, x2, y2. So in the last column, it will be x5 multiplied by y5. Okay, please don't forget to write summation also. Okay, उसके बाद x1 y1 x2 into y2 and up to x5 into y5 आएगा. ओके उसका भी समेशन करना पड़ेगा आपको उसके बॉटम में. देन उसके बाद यू विल नीड टू x1 का स्क्वायर, x2 का स्क्वायर, गो ऑन टिल x5 का स्क्वायर. सिमिलर यू विल परफॉर्म फॉर y1 का स्क्वायर. दोनों का आपको एडिशन भी करना है. See, this is summation of x square and summation of y square. Now, there is little confusion among the students I have seen. Summation of y the whole square and summation of y square. These are two different values. These are not same. These are different values. Summation of y square आपको यहां से मिलेगा. ओके समेशन ऑफ वाई स्क्वायर आपको यहां से मिलेगा और आपको समेशन ऑफ वाई पता है. अगर आप इसका स्क्वायर करेंगे समेशन ऑफ वाई का स्क्वायर करेंगे यू विल गेट समेशन ऑफ वाई द होल स्क्वायर. आई शुड राइट दिस मैनर समेशन ऑफ वाई द होल स्क्वायर. सिमिलरली समेशन ऑफ एक्स द होल स्क्वायर इज डिफरेंट देन summation of x square. Okay, these two things are different. After this calculation table, you need to calculate summation of x the whole square and summation of y the whole square. Basically, all those values that you are going to require in the formulae, you are going to find that value. I will tell you what to do next. In the chat box, you will write that you are done. Okay, I am presenting one Excel sheet. In that Excel sheet, I have done calculations using Excel. Please tell me if your values are matching with those values. I have done all the summation values, that summation of x, summation of y, average of x, average of y, summation of x into y, summation of x square and summation of y square. Okay, so these are the values which I have calculated. Please cross check with your values so that we can proceed if they are matching. Okay, I think everyone has replied that they are getting the same value or similar value. Okay, if you are getting the similar values, you have formula for A, B and R. Now focus on those formulae. So you have the formulae, you have these values. Substitute these values in formulae without any mistake. वो summation of x square and summation of x the whole square उसमें गलती मत करो. Substitute करो सब values and tell me what is A, B and R. Slope cannot be negative. Slope will be positive. Y intercept can be negative. B value can be negative. If you are getting slope का value as negative, that means you have done some mistake, some minor mistake in substitution. Do it again. Those who have got values of A, B and R, kindly write down the equation of linear regression line. Everybody. Those who have finished calculating A, B and R, write down equation of linear regression line. Let us see if your values are correct. First, let us see values of A. Okay, just check your values of A with these values. Acha, if your A value and A values are matching and B values are not matching, that means you have done some silly mistake, one thing, and they may not match exactly. Okay, at least till first 3 digit if they are matching, it is okay. So let's move forward to your R values. These first three digit for everyone is 0.999. अगर इससे कुछ अलग है आपका, और समझो देखो 0.999 में अगर मैंने 0.001 ऐड कर दिया तो वो 1.00 होता है. So you have got one equation, y is equal to ax plus b. A is the slope, y is the intercept. Now if you know the absorbance, you have absorbance of your test, you have absorbance of test, that is sample with you. So if you know values of y, you know values of A, and you know value of B, you can calculate the concentration of unknown solution by just reshuffling this formula to y minus B divided by A. देखो ये इधर गया, B went on to left hand side, so it will become y minus B and divided by A. So you will get value of concentration. Now this value of concentration will be in micrograms per ml. It will be in micrograms per ml. You need to change its unit to milligram per ml. Okay, this particular concentration what you have got is of diluted solution of the sample. आपने कितना लिया था solution sample का? 1.5 ml लिया था और उसको dilute किया था आपने 25 ml में. So a particular quantity is diluted to 25 ml. So can you tell me what is dilution factor over here? Tushar is saying 16.66. I think Tushar done 25 divided by 1.5. Muhammad also got the same dilution factor. Okay, if I take dilution factor as 25, I will multiply the concentration to get concentration of given solution. So concentration of given quantity, I should write quantity of paracetamol, in 1.5 ml sample solution will be equal to x into dilution factor of 25. Therefore, quantity of paracetamol in 1 ml. If it is 1 ml, I will require to divide this quantity by 1.5. So ultimately it will become x multiplied by 25 divided by 1.5. So it is, I think it is x multiplied by 16.66, which you people have calculated 16.66. Okay, this final answer will be in milligrams per ml. Please remember that. I repeat, the unit for that concentration will be milligrams per ml. Okay, now this concentration you have got by using equation of linear regression. Now there is one more method to calculate this concentration. Which is that method? Can you please tell me? Graph. Yes, the other method is by graph. Excellent. Okay, in graphical method, again we need to use formula y is equal to. Now you have different values of concentration, that is your x values. You have different values for x. You have written them down. Now for every value of x, you need to calculate a dash, or let us call it as y dash, which is corrected absorbance. Okay, What is A dash? Everyone, I want you to type down so you will remember what is A dash or Y dash. What is it? Y dash and A dash is your corrected absorbance. तो corrected absorbance कैसे calculate करेंगे? Any idea? Any guess? I have values of x1, y1. How can I calculate corrected absorbances? Nikhat, very right, very right. Linear equation. You have one equation with you. So you substitute values of x1 in the equation over here. You know what is A. You have calculated what is B. So you will get value of y1. Similarly, substitute x2 in the equation to get y2. Y phi. So you have now 5 values for x coordinate, 5 values for y coordinate. So आइडियली मैं पहले बताता हूं आइडियली आपको क्या करना है और उसके बाद मैं आपको ट्रिक बताता हूं कि आपको ट्रिक क्या करना है. आइडियली क्या करना है x1, x2, x3, x4, x5. Okay, you plot these on x-axis. Then for every value of x1 you plot value of y1, for x2 value of y2, for x3 value of y3, then for y4 and y5. You plot these 5 points. Okay. After plotting these 5 points, you will draw a line passing through all the points. Don't worry, they will all fall on the same line. Okay, because it is best fit line and you have drawn those points using that line. So all points will be on the same line. Okay. Then you can take the reading for your absorbance of test and you can interpolate to find the concentration. Now this is the ideal method. अभी आपको एग्जाम में क्या करना है? You need not draw all the points when you draw the line. Okay, देखो आपको y intercept पता है. You know what is value of b. तो वहां पे एक मार्क बना लो. वो मार्क कैसा चाहिए? वो खुद आपको दिखना चाहिए, एग्जामिनर को नहीं. So you plot a line, plot a small dot at y intercept. अगर निगेटिव रहता है तो वो x एक्सिस के नीचे आएगा. Okay, if it is 0.00 something or if it is 0.0 something, then you can take it as origin. Okay, you can take that as origin. Suppose मेरा 0.01 है, so I can take that as origin. Okay, 0.1 है तो मैं नहीं ले सकता. If it is 0.1, then I cannot take it as origin. I should take it as 0.1 above the 0 mark, first line on my graph paper. Have you understood this part के पहला point कैसे लेना है? Okay, Shanuri wants me to repeat it. See, Shanuri, you know what is B. B is your y-intercept. Okay, so you plot that y-intercept on y-axis. This is your y-axis. You plot that on y-axis. There is absorbance on your y-axis. And I should say corrected absorbance on y-axis and concentration on x-axis. They have different concentrations. Okay, आपको पता आपके concentrations कौन से 2, 4, 6, 8 and 10. Now, instead of plotting all the respective points on the graph, just focus on the point of concentration 10 and plot that particular point. Okay, मैंने ये point plot किया, वो एग्जामिनर को दिखेगा तो चलेगा. अभी मैं बताता हूं आपका y इंटरसेप्ट और ये जो पॉइंट अभी आपने प्लॉट किया है उसको कनेक्ट कर दो. You connect that point, so you will get a line with y-intercept and passing through the highest concentration. यहां तक समझा आपको? Have you understood till here? Okay, you all people have understood. अभी आपको क्या करना है? ये 8 का ग्राफ पेपर का लाइन जहां पे कट करेगा वहां पे सिंपली प्लॉट करो 8 के लिए। जहां पे 6 का आ रहा है वहां पे सिर्फ सर्कल बना दो, ये प्लॉट कर दो, ये हो गया 6 के लिए। दिस इज फॉर 4 कॉन्सेंट्रेशन एंड दिस इज फॉर 2 कॉन्सेंट्रेशन। देखो ये करने का लॉजिक क्या है, मुझे पता है कि वो स्ट्रेट लाइन है और ऑल पॉइंट्स आर लाइंग ऑन द लाइन, आई नो। So why should I go searching for those points? I will not go for searching those points. I will directly plot the highest point. I will draw the line, and on the line I will with against the respective concentration I will mark the points. You will save at least 5 minutes here. Okay, so in exam every minute is important. Here you are saving 5 minutes. So it is very useful thing. अच्छा ठीक है, मैंने अभी ग्राफ बनाया. What should be my next step? Interpolation. Okay, so do interpolation, get the concentration. After I get the concentration, any guesses what should I do next? Excellent, multiply that concentration with dilution factor. After multiplying by dilution factor, what should I do? Okay, ठीक है, conversion of the units. Okay, after that what should I do? Yes, Prerna remembered it. 1.5, but she only told 1.5. What about 1.5? Yes, divide that value with 1.5 to find the concentration of paracetamol. To find the quantity, why I'm telling concentration? No, find the quantity of paracetamol per ml. If you have understood here till here, go on to find concentrations by graphical method and by linear regression line. Hurry up, take the screenshot. 10. Okay, तो मैंने R तक किया था calculate. You can, those who have not got the correct values of AB and R, they can take their respective values as per their roll numbers from here. Okay, I am also in PPT now. In exam, these two steps are added in the procedure, and this is how you are going to write your results. Third step is saying determine the concentration of paracetamol in the given sample solution by linear regression equation and from the graph plotted by the best fit line. So you will write down your answers by both methods as a result. This is one part. Second part, calculate and report R square value, A value, B value, concentration by graph and concentration by calculation. These things you need to write. Now, last 2 points you have already mentioned, so do not repeat them. Okay. Is that clear? That means what you want to write? You need to report these 5 points in your answer as your result. This will be your result. Is that clear? Okay, so those who have completed writing everything will not disconnect the meeting. They will write down till the results and let me know in the comment box that you are done till results. You will write down done till results. When you write done till results, I assume that your graph, interpolation and dilution factor calculation, everything is done.